Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Nuno, and I'm glad that you guys are here to meet with me today and discussing supporting LGBTQ at our campuses. An overview to understand, advocate, and teach others in supporting our marginalized group. Thank you for coming with today to shed light on this topic that has been all over America, especially in our big cities and in our rural areas. So I hope you could take the time and listen to what I got to say so we can advocate, teach, and understand to how we can help these students. Let's begin. LGBTQ across the nation. All across our nation, many students of the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning the LGBTQ community have felt unsafe at their campuses. GLCSEN.org has an estimated 59.1% of LGBTQ students have felt unsafe at school because of their sexual orientation, 42.5% because of their gender expression, and 37.4% because of their gender. Okay. In our rural areas, change happens at a lower rate compared to our bigger communities. Cities such as New York, Miami, Chicago, Dallas, San Antonio. These cities are very populated. So the more population, the more there tends to be people of the LGBTQ community. So they have that support with them. They're more open about it. But at the same time, in our rural areas, it's difficult. It's very difficult for someone to understand because of where they are from, because it's a smaller community. They're scared to say stuff, to express how they feel. Next is lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning youth are at a high risk population for suicidal ideations and behaviors when compared with their non-LGBTQ counterpartners. Because of this, it's very difficult for them to express how they feel, what's going on in their head, because they have no one to turn to. So the suicidal ideations, the thoughts, the behaviors are there because of the way they are stigmatized, the way they feel. There's no one to talk to. It's very hard for these type of people. So some of the causes. As many adults growing up were told by parents that this was the wrong way to live. Depending on the demographics, ladies and gentlemen, parents grew up telling us, or maybe you, that this was wrong, that it was not right. There was very few that told them that we need to learn to accept people how they are. That's their choices. But most of the times, they said it was wrong. The media also had played an important role in either a positive or negative way towards the LGBT community. Watching TV back in the 50s, 60s, maybe I saw something of being, something very bad, maybe uneducated, things in that sort of nature. We don't know, but media has a positive or negative impact on how we view the LGBTQ community. Religion is a big one, has always played a part in understanding the LGBT community. A lot of churches, a lot of people in the religion, they frown upon this. They think it's wrong. They judge before knowing the person, and we need to learn that these are some of the causes. These are the causes of why the LGBT community has a hard time opening up. Effects. Without affirmative support from teachers and counselors, teens told surveyors they are afraid that they'll be out to their families or their communities and thus put them at risk of being rejected from their homes or being put into physical danger if they approach school staff for guidance. And this happens a lot all across America. They don't know how to speak out about this. They don't know what to do because people have this stigmatization that they're very bad, because it's wrong. We don't have no one to empathize, to put themselves in their shoes. And it's difficult for them to talk about how they feel because of all the causes that have made people think the way they think of the LGBTQ community. Next is the LGBTQ students having increased suicidal thoughts and behaviors range from seriously considering suicide, creating a suicide plan sometimes to make a suicidal attempt. They come out with plans because of the hard time to open up to someone about this. They consider it, they talk about it, they write about it. These are the effects of what happens when they know that it's wrong, or they feel that it's wrong. It's not that they know, but that they feel that it's wrong. This distress may help account for the overrepresentation of LGBTQ youth among students grappling with high levels of anxiety, depression, and risky drug use patterns. This is what happens when they don't have a way to talk to anybody. They find themselves doing drugs, they get depressed, they get anxiety because it's difficult for them to open up to someone. Here are some solutions, guys. School counselors promote equal opportunity and respect for all individuals, regardless of sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression. School counselors work to eliminate barriers impeding LGBTQ students' development and achievement. It's up to our counselors at our campuses to be the advocate, to help those students out, to promote respect among all individuals. It's one of the solutions. Another one is campuses can provide a gay, straight alliances, gender and sexuality alliances, having something in the campus that where they can talk to someone, where they can help each other out, they can give each other that motivation. Next is campuses can provide inclusive curricular resources. As the kids get older, those inclusive curriculum resources to help to make them feel like they are accepted, not discriminating against anybody, especially not the LGBTQ community. Also, having supportive educators can increase the rapport with students because they know someone is there advocating for them. Our educators, you as an educator, you are that voice. You're the ones that are on the front lines teaching these children, seeing what they go through in the hallways. You know, when you see something happening, you report it to one of us counselors and we talk about it, but you can also be that advocate. You can also stand up for those kids that are struggling for how they identify themselves. So I call today for some action from each and every one of you guys. First is understand, empathize with this community. You know, it's difficult for them. We don't know what they go through. We got to learn to understand where they're coming from. Put yourself in their shoes. See how it is to walk a day in their lives. Next is advocate for them. When you see something happening, talk to one of us, talk to an administrator, get them the help that they need. Sometimes all they need is someone to listen to them and they'll feel better. So the next time someone comes up to you and tells you they have a bad day because of this, listen to them. You can tell them, I can't fix the problem, but I'm here to listen to you. I'm here to help you out. And commit. That's a big one. Commit to helping. Whether it is through advocating for them, talking to them, listening to them, supporting them. That's what we need is a commitment. We need a commitment from you guys. And last, there might be friends or family members that can relate, that you might know. They might have that struggle and you're there for them. It's personal to you. Understand that there's someone maybe that you know or a family member that goes through this and that can help you have that empathy towards them. I ask you that you take into consideration to all these actions that we want us to do. And thank you for joining me today. Here are some references that I got this from, 4 of my references. Thank you for everything that you have done for our students and what you guys will continue to be doing. Thank you.